Our first Thai girl group.
Did you hear that? Since I was a kid, I kind of like love to daydream about like me being on a stage. And like this day has come. The deepest of myself kind of told me that like my name is gonna come out of him.
นั่นก็คือน้องพาส
พูดแล้วขนลุก Pizza and pizza. I kind of have a bad relationship with it. Even when you feel like your stomach is gonna explode, still you want to eat it. It feels like we cannot control ourselves. I cannot fall asleep because all that I thought was like the piece of the bread that I want to eat it so much. And we're gonna go to LA. First time for me, and I think for Eve to go as a girl group to perform. What's up, LA? Here's for Eve. I'm gonna make history. I'm gonna make ตำนาน It's nice to be important, but it is more important to be nice.
น้องพันวันนี้แซ่บมาก
Oh, thank you, Pipik. You're so fat too. Hi guys, I'm Punch for Eve and this is คำนี้ดี featuring
เย้
พี่บิ๊กค่ะ
เฮ้ยเดี๋ยวไม่ใช่คำนี้ดี featuring
Punch, okay.
Actually, this is not the first time that we've met before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think in this very studio that you came
Yes,
for
yes,
a game
Uh-huh.
on one of our live streams.
Yeah, and it was really fun.
อะไรก็ตามที่ฮอต
พันค่ะ
Yeah,
It was really
that's
fun.
what I remember about you. You had so much fun on that day.
Yes, and I think today I'm gonna have so much fun too.
I believe so too.
I am a fan
Really?
of this. Yes, I have to tell you first. Yes, I
Wow.
love it. And your voice is so soothing. I love it.
Meaning, I put people to sleep with my voice?
Yes, but in a good way. In a good
In
way.
a good way. Okay, I hope so. All right. And another thing that I remember from the last time that we met is that you seem very comfortable with your English. What gives you confidence in speaking English?
Whoa. So I had to tell you the story.
Okay.
I watched a movie with my dad since I was a kid, and my dad will เล่นเป็นภาษาอังกฤษอะ
Okay.
Can I say
Put
yes,
the English
yes,
sub.
putting English sub,
English sub or English soundtrack?
English soundtrack,
Okay.
soundtrack,
Okay.
and English sub.
Subtitle
and I
too.
think that is kind of made me understand more of English, and for me personally, speaking in English kind of bring more of like another personality.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think like when I speak English, it's kind of more like energetic in some way, somehow.
It
I
gives
don't
you
know.
energy.
Yes.
You already have so much energy. And when you speak English, even more energy.
Yes. Most of the people told me that.
You have like extra energy to spare to give to a lot of people too. I love that about you.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much for coming to Comedy today. And I
Okay.
think we're going to have fun. So let's start with something fun and random, all right? Okay, so give us, okay, this segment is called คำนี้ one word or more.
One word or more.
ขอหนึ่งค
Okay.
ำ Okay, so หนึ่งคำ or more. มากกว่าหนึ่งคำก็ได้ Okay, so let's start with one latest word that you have recently learned and seem to like a lot.
So for me, it's compassion.
Compassion.
Yes.
Okay, this is a new word for you. Okay, why do you like this word so much?
Because I think that if most of the people in this world has more compassion, I think it is gonna be better in this world because people have compassion for each other.
คำตอบนางงามจังอะ And the world's gonna be more peaceful,
Yes, more peaceful.
more loving.
Yes,
Okay, that's good.
the word full of love.
Okay, compassion. We started off with a great word. Okay, let's see what the next word's gonna be. One word or more that you say all the time. Maybe you say it without knowing, or
Oh,
maybe
God.
you consciously use it a lot. Like, what is your catchphrase these days?
I think if in English, it's gonna be oh God.
Oh God.
Yes.
Really?
Because I think we can use in many situations. Example like, oh God, I forgot my phone. Or like, oh God, that cat is so cute.
In all situations, right? Positive, negative.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, give me one word that makes you smile every time you hear it.
So this question, I'm not only gonna give it only a word, but I'm gonna give it as a sentence.
Okay?
So there like someone told me that they love when I smile. And I think I just noticed that when I smile, I look really cute.
Don't we all agree? Because she's really cute when she smiles.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And that person kind of made me love my smile a little bit more. And I appreciate it a lot.
So the compliment on your smile makes you smile.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. All right. Okay. So on the opposite side, one word that is like nails on the chalkboard for you? So can you imagine the sound of the nails on the chalkboard?
Yes.
So it means words or phrases that like set you off, like makes you feel annoyed all the time, every time you hear this word.
You're eating too much.
หยาบคาย
I
มาก
hate this.
หยาบคายมาก
Yes, because I feel like you don't know what other people struggling with something or like, and especially I struggling with like food. I kind of have a bad relationship with it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like trigger something in my mind.
Every time people say that you're eating too much,
Yes.
you kind of you want to
Like
just
deep
want to
down.
scream.
Yes, but I just like smile on the outside, you know,
Okay.
because like it depends on their intention too. Because
okay.
like because some people say it in the cute way,
Oh, okay, like
and that
teasing
is
you,
okay. Yes, but some
Okay.
people be like, "You're eating too much."
like
Like
judging
if,
you.
Yes, like if you say in a judging way, it's kind of hurt my feelings. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I agree. Okay, I think we'll talk about that more because when you say you have
Bad
not
relationships.
not a good relationship with food, of course I want to hear more about that
Okay.
because I think a lot of people are struggling with the same problems too.
True.
Okay, all right. This time, give me 3 words that could perfectly describe your childhood.
Family,
Family,
travel,
การเดินทาง
yes, and fashion.
Fashion? Really? So
Yes.
you're fashionable since you were young?
So I traveling a lot with my family because my dad loves to see like new things in another part of the world, and my mom loved to like get me dressed up since I was like a little girl. She would like, oh, today like let's dress her this outfit, and then she took a picture of me, and then we'd go inside the house, and then she changed the outfit. We go outside, and then she take the picture again.
Wow, this is even before IG existed, I
Yes.
think. Wow.
Yes, my mom loved to like dress me up.
โอ้โหมาก่อนกันนะคุณแม่เนี่ย
ถูกต้องค่ะ My mom is so good at fashion. I let her like pick my clothes for like my casual day, and she really pick it so cool.
Wow. Did she pick your outfit today?
She kind of give the comments.
Oh, okay. All right. So does mom usually like this kind of style?
I think my mom like me in the more of like chic way. And this outfit
Maybe
also.
more colorful.
A little
Okay.
bit.
I see. Okay. So that's why you are into fashion and you love fashion since you were young because you have mom and then you have dad because otherwise if we get dressed up and we don't go anywhere. So what's the point, right?
Yes,
So you need to
yes,
go
right.
outside, you need to travel.
Yeah.
So people can see you.
Thanks to my
Wow.
mom and dad.
Perfect combination for this family, I guess. Okay. So what would be one word or more that you try to remind yourself not to say so much or not to use?
I think complimenting others people body.
Okay. Even complimenting, like saying things about how
Yes.
people look.
Saying things about like their body
Okay.
because we don't know that if like, oh my god, you're so skinny, we mean positive, but for them they may not see it as positive. Maybe they don't want to be skinny, maybe they
Sure.
don't want to be chubby.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, so I think commenting on others people body is the things that I don't want to do.
Because I made the same mistake before, and I said exactly the same thing as you did. Like, oh, you're so skinny, you're so slim.
Because we thought that they like.
Yes,
We thought
yes.
it was positive.
Because we think we are giving them the best compliment of all time, right?
Yes.
But no. And I can see immediately from how they look, like their facial
expression?
expression change into a very negative way. And I was like, uh-oh, I should have said that. Yeah. And I learned that the hard way.
But
and
you
I
know,
tried to.
I have to clap for you because like you noted, you notice it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Someone might not even know, like, or might don't even, like, they're not even aware of
Yes.
what kind of feelings that they kind of like give the other people
But it
by
was
saying
really
that.
great for you because like you make a mistake and then you learn from it. And then
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I know. So even though we wish that we hadn't made that mistake in the first place, but maybe that's something that we had to do to learn.
Yes.
And it's the best kind of learning because like we learn from our mistakes, so we
True.
wouldn't repeat it again, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. So if you can rename yourself so you're not going to be Punch anymore,
Okay.
what would be one word that you would pick for your new name that would best describe who you are?
So my mom, she told me that if it's not Punch, she gonna name me Milk.
Milk?
Yes, but because she has a good heart and then she's scared that others people is gonna like teasing me or like mocking me because I named Milk like in Thailand, you know.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
so she changed it to Punch. And right now I don't know that giving me name as Punch is gonna make other people's like teasing me more. I don't know.
So Punch as in your name, is it
Yes.
a drink or is it the thing you do with your fist?
My mom loved Punch drinking,
Okay.
Punch juice.
Okay.
So that's why she named me Punch.
I see.
And it's but it's kind of fun when you introduce yourself to like your former friends and
Yeah.
it's like, what is your name again? Like
Yeah.
Punch, like
Yeah.
what? Punching like this, like uppercut or like what? You know, it's kind of funny, but I'm not a serious person.
Yeah.
You can tease with me.
Same thing with me. Like when I introduce myself, my name is Big.
Ah,
And they would like, who named themselves like an adjective? Like, because this is not the kind of name that like American or Westerners would perceive as a real name, right?
Yes,
And they
yes.
would like, what? why your
I
name
can
Big?
feel you
Yeah.
totally.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
So
I didn't answer the question. If I'm not Punch, I think punchy.
punchy. Punchy. Okay. Still punch.
Yes,
But
at
with
she, punchy.
at the end.
It's kind of like give me more of the sassy vibe, and I feel like it made me feel more confident.
Wow. So pretty much you're happy with your name.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, one word that was going through your mind right before you were announced as the final member of 4Eve, like years back. Do you still remember?
I'm hungry. Just kidding. Just kidding.
But I believe you.
So I didn't remember that much, but you know, like I feel like the deepest of myself kind of told me that like my name is gonna come up of that of him, you know, because I am
basically-
the last one. Yes.
So basically you're saying like, I've got this. I've got
Yes,
this.
a little bit.
It's in the
like
bag.
in my deepest mind, I can feel it some way somehow. But still, I was so shocked when he called my name, and it was a really magical moment, and is really nervous, so much of like emotion at the time.
Yeah. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win.
He's gonna call my name.
Yes. Right? And he did.
Yes.
Good for you. What would be one word or phrase that you would have tattooed on your body if you ever decided to get one? Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Okay.
No.
Would you ever get one?
Right now,
Potentially?
I'm not thinking about it
Okay.
at all.
But if you decided to get one, like word or phrase, what would it be?
You know, this is really tough question, and I like it. I love it. If I have to tattoo one part of my body, I think I'm gonna tattoo the quote that say, "Life is a gift."
Life is a gift. Wow. Okay.
And I got this quote from Jack said it that
Yeah.
like life is a gift,
Oh, really?
and to make each day count, I think I'm gonna tattoo it.
Okay. And on which part of your body?
Waistline.
Waistline. All right. Sassy once again.
Because I think that it only me who can see that, and maybe someone special.
Okay. So life is a gift.
Yes.
And I agree with that. Okay. Last one. Eat, eat, eat.
Oh, okay.
It's like the playlist or the series
Yes,
of your
yes,
video,
yes.
right?
Because I kind of make the eating video a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Right. Okay, so I'm going to ask you about food now.
Okay.
All right?
Wow.
Eat, eat, eat. Name 3 things or 3 kind of food or 3 dishes that you would eat when you're 1 happy, 2 sad, and 3 lonely.
Okay. So it is gonna be pizza.
Pizza when you're happy.
Yes.
Okay.
Pizza.
When you're sad.
Yes.
And
And pizza.
when you're lonely.
Yes.
Pizza, pizza, pizza.
Pizza. Pizza and pizza.
Different toppings, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, so what would be the happy toppings?
I think the happy topping is gonna be 4 cheese.
Okay.
I love cheese so much. Everything with cheese on equal delicious.
And how about the sad toppings?
Maybe the margarita.
Once again, cheese when you're sad.
Yes, because I love cheese.
Okay.
And cheese make my day better.
So when you're happy, you eat cheese to celebrate it. And then when you're sad, you eat cheese just to fix it.
Yes.
And when you're lonely,
And when I'm
let me
lonely,
guess, cheese. More cheese.
yes, any pizza with cheese topping. I love it.
Okay. Let's talk more about food because you have just mentioned that you have not so good relationship with food, right? So let's segue into this another segment of our show, and this is called คำนี้ดีไหม
คำนี้ดีไหม
So we rate words.
Okay.
Of course,
sounds interesting.
inspired by We Rate Dogs because I'm such a big fan of this channel. So basically, they give the score to dogs, all the dogs in the world, from on the scale of 1 to 10. But mostly they give like 14 out of 10 or stuff like that.
Because the dog is like so cute.
They are. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing, but with words because we love words, right?
Okay, yes.
We're called comedy, of course. So let's do this word and you can give your score
Okay.
on each word. So there's a whiteboard for you. So you can write the score on the whiteboard and show us later or at any point. So let's start with this word. Bed. B-E-D.
BED.
Yeah.
Binge eating disorder.
That's the thing because it's not something that we lie on. It's not a piece of furniture. But it's BED, which is short for binge eating disorder. Okay. So what is your opinion on this word and what kind of experience did you have with this word?
Okay. So I have to tell the experience first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just give the score or at any point and then you tell us about this word.
I I think I'm gonna give the score first.
Okay. All right.
3, 2, 1
out of
ผิด
10
ด้าน
เล่นเองก็ได้เนาะไม่ต้องชงไม่ต้องอะไรทั้ง
ไม่
สิ้น
ต้อง
เลย
ชงเล่นเอง 10 out of 10
You give it 10 out of 10
Yes.
Okay in which sense that you give it full score
because I think the word binge eating disorder is kind of teach me a lot of things about life too. So I've been struggling with binge eating disorder for like a really long time, and you know, till this day, sometimes something is kind of like trigger me too.
But first of all can we give the definition first for those out there who might not know what BED is
So binge eating disorder is when you cannot like stop eating. You may like eating like too much. Like it's like you eating 10 meals in one meal.
Okay
It is more than มากกว่าปกติอะค่ะ
So you eat a lot you eat often and maybe even when you're not that hungry you still
Yes,
eat
even when you feel like you're full, it's like even when you feel like your stomach is gonna explode, still you want to eat it. And most of the food that we craving is like the high carbs, the fats, not like the protein or like the healthy food, of course.
high sugar too maybe
Yes, high sugar, like the ice cream, bread, like pizza. We craving something like that, and it sometimes may lead to depression because it feels like we cannot control ourselves. And the moment that I knew that I've been struggling with this is when I was about to fall asleep. And I cannot like fall asleep. I swear to God that I cannot fall asleep because all that I thought was like the piece of the bread that I want to eat is so much and I cannot sleep. Even though that dinner I eat like a lot of food, like a lot of food. I still feel like I want to eat more bread. I want to eat more of like the ice cream. So I have to wake up and then go downstairs and then I eat all of like the bread, not only one piece, but like maybe 5. And I continue to eat like more of the sweet. And when like I feel so full, it's like my stomach is gonna explode. Then when they stop.
so
Because
each
it feel like
time
so torture.
yeah so each time you finish eating and you feel like your stomach's gonna explode how do you feel you feel satisfied you feel happy or what
You know, it will be the moment that you feel satisfied first, and then after that, you will feel guilty. You will feel bad for yourself. You will feel like, why didn't you can't control yourself, Punch? Like, why you gotta eat that much? Because if you eat that much, you're gonna gain weight, and if you're gonna gain weight, like, it's kind of bad for our mental health.
yeah it does sound like a mental thing it's not a physical thing because you don't need those food but you just want to eat it
Yes, it feels like you just want to taste it. And I kind of think like it is kind of like addicted in some way somehow.
yeah so how do you cope with it how did you fix it or do you talk to anybody about this
So I went to the therapist and she told me that first of all, you gotta like stop feeling guilty about yourself when you like finish that eating session. You just gotta feel like it's okay, it's normal. Because most of the people that are struggling with it, the hardest part is they will feel guilty and they will feel bad about themselves. And then when you feel bad, you feel guilty, you will find something that want to like cope with it. So you're craving more of like the carb and sugar to like giving you the good feelings.
yeah so you go back to that vicious
Yes,
circle
it is the really bad cycle. So first of all, you gotta break that cycle by not feeling guilty about it. You eating a lot, that's fine. You just go to sleep, wake up tomorrow, and then eat what you want to eat. Because most of the people that like experience this, I feel like it started from you want to lose weight. And you kind of stop eating sugar. You stop eating what you usually eat.
No carbs.
Yes, no carb, and it's kind of like make us craving for more, you
Yeah.
know. And I think the good way is to balancing it.
Okay.
Yes, I kind of like solve it with myself too, because I feel like people will have to find their own way to solve their problem too, because เพื่อให้มันแบบเข้ากับตัวเองอะค่ะ
So did it get better?
Oh, it gets so much better.
Meaning you have more control of yourself when it comes to eating?
Yes, I feel like recently I kind of have a better relationships with food. I kind of balancing it really well. I mean, like I still eat like pizza. I still can eat the things that I want to eat, but also in a good portion.
Okay. So to you, this word BED is a great word in terms of they kind of teach you how to get better and
And
you get to know yourself more.
And I think that I give this word 10 out of 10 because it teach me to love myself. You know, because we will have the body image issue follow from this disorder. So it start to make me love myself more and love myself by the way that I am in like, you know, whether you be skinny, chubby or whatever, you just gotta love yourself in that way.
Yeah. I love this because even though it might sound like a positive word, but it could give you positive effect or consequence and
Yes.
learning. I think that's good. Okay, let's go to the next word. This word is provocative.
Provocative.
All right. Are you familiar with this word?
Yes.
Okay, so what it means basically is what?
To gain the feeling. How can I describe it?
Yeah.
Right? ปลุกอารมณ์
ปลุกอารมณ์เลยเหรอ So it's like what kind of อารมณ์ are we talking about? Because actually this word provocative could mean causing a strong emotions, right? It could be anger, it could be upsetting feelings and stuff like that. So annoyance, it could cause that too. But in another way of using this word, it could mean like arousing or sexy. Like
yes.
something sexual, basically. Right.
So
what do you think about this word, provocative? Is it a good word or a bad word for you?
depends on the situation. So I have to tell you, I give this word 5 out of 10
Okay.
because it's kind of like so. It depends on the situation, as I told you. And if I have to say the experience with this word, I think it's kind of negative.
แอบ negative. Yeah.
Yes. Because of how I dress.
So that's one way we often hear this word being used. Like you dress so provocative or you dress too provocatively, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I think that I just love dressing a little bit like sassy because I love to look at myself in the mirror and feel sexy. But still you cannot like help other people to control the emotion.
Because maybe you don't mean to arouse anybody by the way you dress because you just love looking at yourself looking this way and it's your right. Anybody can dress in any way that they would like.
And but I think it depends on the จะบอกว่าสถานที่
Okay.
แค่ให้แบบ
There's a time and
เรียบ
place.
ร้อยใช่ the time and place.
กาลเทศะประมาณนั้น
Yes, that word กาลเทศะ
Right. Okay. So about half for you. It could go positive, it could go negative. It depends. All right. Okay. How about this word? Outspoken.
Outspoken.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Ooh.
Someone who's outspoken is someone
Who is like have confidence to speak their mind.
Okay. So they give opinion openly and honestly, even though some of their opinions might offend someone. They just don't care that much. Just this is how I see it. This is what I think, and they just say it. Right. So that's someone who's outspoken.
Ooh.
So, do you think this word is good or bad?
For me, I thought in the positive way.
Okay.
Yes. So I give this word 100 out of 10.
100 out of 10. Okay, so obviously you're very outspoken yourself, right? Okay.
Yes, because I love when people speak for themselves or like believe in what they stand for. And so I think it takes a lot of confidence to be outspoken.
And courage too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I kind of love this word. And I love to have a conversation with people to like exchange their point of view in like situation or in like the world, how they look at the world or how they look at like the things. And so I think being outspoken can like exchange some thoughts, some good thoughts, and can change the world maybe.
So you think people could be a little bit more outspoken so we understand each other better?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if like you want to speak something because you're not okay, but you are too shy or you feel like, oh, just like ช่างมันเถอะอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
Or maybe you're too afraid that might offend people.
Maybe
So you
it
choose
hurt
to
yourself.
Yeah, keep it to yourself too much.
Yes, and it's
see.
kind of hurt yourself and maybe hurt your relationship with other people too.
Yeah. Okay. How about this word? Fame.
Fame.
Yeah. So is fame a good thing or a bad thing for you?
For me, it has good and bad side of fame.
But of course, to you, it comes with the job, right?
Yes.
So has fame changed you in any way at all?
I think for me, fame kind of took some of the innocent, like in some way, somehow.
Okay.
And being on fame, some people kind of like act good only on the spotlight. And then after that, they just being different person.
Okay.
And it kind of made me sick a little bit, you know what I mean? Because since I was a kid, I want to be on this industry, be on the fame or like be on the spotlight. And I believe that people on the spotlight is a good people. But then when it happened to me that I'm in this industry, I'm working on the spotlight. Some people may not like be as good as they portray themselves to the world. So that is kind of disappointing me a little bit.
So that's the thing. Once you have fame, you want to keep it. You want to try to keep being famous, and
Yes.
you don't want your name to be bad. So you try to put out all the good things in the front.
Yes.
And sometimes it kind of makes you have like two sides of your personalities, like the thing that you want people to see and your real selves.
Yes. And but the good thing is that it teach me to be good to like every people.
And in all situations.
Yes, in all situations like ทีมงานแบบ behind the scene people because they're all important.
Yeah.
And it is really important to be nice to them. Everyone, every person.
Talking about also how much, what is the
I'm
score
gonna give
for
it
fame?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I agree. Fame could help you to be a better person if you choose to,
Yes.
right? Yeah, okay.
Because I don't want my fans to be disappointed in me.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, talking about the industry, T-pop.
Oh,
That's the next word.
T-pop.
T-pop. So, Thai pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the rise and it's get like bigger and bigger every day. And you're one of this phenomenon too.
Oh,
Yeah, you're in the
thank you,
front
thank you,
of Thai
thank
pop,
you.
of T-pop. So, how much would you rate this word? And what do you think about T-pop these days?
T-pop this day is really fun because there are so many groups that debut lately, and I feel like Thai people is เก่งมากอะแบบ Thai people can do like many things, and I think the really unique thing about T-pop is artists being themselves, almost like 100%. And it's kind of give like more of the character in the industry, the sassy one, the like funny one, the cute one, and it's kind of make me feel like interesting in the future that what T-pop is gonna take us to.
I think it's still it keeps evolving every day, and I agree with you 100% that T-pop is so much fun these days. It's
Yes.
very colorful.
Because who knows that like Bear can sing a song, you know?
Yeah.
Like Minoi can sing a song. Minoi is in T-pop.
Yeah.
Or Mu Deng is in T-pop.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We can't wait to see what's going to happen next in
Yes.
T-pop
Maybe cat dancing. We
next.
don't know.
And that's going to be your competitor.
Because cat is so cute.
Yeah. And are Four Eves cute? I think they are too,
We're
right?
sassy.
Oh, sassy ขอ
No,
ไม่
we
แข่งใน
have
ดีพาร์ตเมนต์คิวละกัน ขอแข่งใน department sassy ละกัน
Yeah.
อันนี้จะไม่ยอมใครใช่ไหม
Oh.
Okay, all right. So, what's the score for T-pop? Ooh, I see a lot of zeros.
Ta-da!
Oh, I can't even read out the numbers.
Yes, I don't know too because I love T-pop.
1 ล้านล้านล้านล้านล้านล้าน
Yes.
ประมาณนั้น Okay, I agree. Okay, what about this? Okay, this time is going to be an expression. Head in the clouds. Have
Head
you
in the clouds.
Have you heard that before?
I've heard that as ทีมแบบทีมเขาเรียกว่าอะไรอะคะทีมมิวสิกหรอหนูไม่แน่ใจทีม
So, it's a name of a team that you work with?
Yes.
Okay.
That I'm gonna go to like perform in other country this
You're going to
year.
be a part of
Head in the
Head
clouds.
in the Clouds as in like event or music festival?
Music festival.
I see. Okay. All right. So, tell us about that.
So this year we're gonna go to many countries. I hope so. And we're gonna go to LA. First time for me, and I think for Eve to go as a girl group to perform on that.
And I think it's huge.
It is really huge.
Right.
For me, for us, it is the big step.
A first Thai girl group.
Did you hear that?
Wow.
Did you hear that?
Okay, you're going to make history. You're going to make history.
I'm gonna make history. I'm gonna make ตำนานอะ
You're going to become a legend.
สาธุ สาธุเดี๋ยวไปบนก่อน
ตื่นเต้นไหม Are you excited?
So excited. And sometimes like when I'm shower I like think like what am I gonna say when I'm on stage? Like because Jenny Blackpink like said like what's up Shella and I'd be like what's up LA
Oh, okay.
here's for you something like that
ซ้อมละ
I'm
คือ
still
ซ้อมละ
อยู่
Okay. Tell us what you come up with. Because I'm very curious to know what you're going to be saying on the stage.
So I want our fans to include in this thing so you can comment down below what you want me to scream on the เวที in LA
in the clouds
yes
music
คอมเมนต์มาเลย
festival
ค่ะเดี๋ยวหนูเลือกประโยคไป
So it's definitely gonna be a great thing for you guys. But do you know that actually this is a real expression that people use too. When someone has their head in the clouds.
It
Do you know that?
does it mean
what that means?
Living like in a daydream
Yeah.
something like that
Basically, they're daydreaming or they get disconnected from the reality.
Oh.
So they don't know what's going on and they're only in their head, in their imagination. They're daydreaming. So that's the meaning of the expression, have someone's head in the clouds.
I think most of the time I'm being hit in
That's
the
you?
cloud. Yes
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So you daydream a lot?
a lot because I always picture my happy scenario in my head a lot
Okay. Okay, tell us
And-
about your happy place, like your happy place in your head.
Oh,
What is like?
It's kind of getting emotional a little bit. I always picture myself with like my future family. You know, like when I start like to creating families, and I kind of picture the scenario in my head that we're going to travel around the world, experience new things, trying new food, seeing
Dressing
like
up.
dress up, fashion, of course, and like seeing new people. You know,
Wow.
It's-
Okay, so that's your happy place.
Yes.
Like your future self and your future family.
And you know, I love the word head in the clouds because it's kind of like daydream. But I feel like when we daydream, we kind of like manifesting it a little bit.
Okay.
And since I was a kid, I kind of like love to daydream about like me being on a stage. And you know, like this day has come. So I think that daydream kind of helped me to forward to my dreams.
Yeah, help
to
you
make it become real.
Visualize
Yes,
the
yes, yes,
reality
it's
in the
kinda-
future. Okay, you've done it because you daydream yourself to being one of the four Eves.
อุ๊ยพูดแล้วขนลุก
Daydream yourself into the future that you want.
Yes, because I used to like, I'm at the workshop and the teacher told me, the coach told me to like close your eyes and dream of what you want to be in the future. And I closed my eye. I dreamed that I'm on the stage and like it have thousands of people watching me on the stage. And I was like 12 years old, something like that. And then when I finished our first concert for Eve, that is exactly same picture that I closed my eyes.
That you saw
Yes,
when you
that
were
I
12.
saw.
Wow. Maybe that's your superpower. You can visualize, like realize things into reality.
I heard this quote that like, have you ever wondering why you believing it so much? Maybe because your future self already got it.
Wow.
That is why you believing it so much.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
this quote kind of made me like, oh, that is why I want it so much.
Yeah. Wow, that's so good. Yeah.
And you know, I think you guys can do that too. Dream is a wish your heart desire from Cinderella.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
โค้ชจากหลายที่เลยนะวันนี้ But that's a good quote. I love it. Okay. เดี๋ยวนะให้คะแนนคำเมื่อกี้ยัง
อุ๊ยยังค่ะ
So Head in the Clouds get what kind of score from you?
100.
100 out of 10. All right.
Yes.
Keep dreaming. Keep manifesting, you guys. All right. Okay. How about this word? Planning.
Planning.
Are you a planner or are you an improviser?
Oh, I'm planning a lot with my life.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
So do you know what's going to happen like after this show in the evening? Or do you know what's going to happen tomorrow?
I'm gonna go to stretching,
Okay.
something like that.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
always plan my life.
Uh-huh.
But sometimes it's kind of exhausted because you plan too much.
You plan too
and when
much.
that day come, I feel like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. But still,
Yeah.
I did it anyway.
You still plan all the time. Okay. So what kind of plan do you have for like in the next 3 years for you?
Ooh. For I think for the next
Do you plan that
next
long in the future or
I actually plan like 10 years.
really? Okay. If you want to share, we
Okay.
would like to know.
Oh, in 10 years or
Okay, whatever you want to share with
okay.
us.
So
10
I
years
just,
is good.
So I just picturing my life. If 10 years, I don't know หนูไม่รู้ว่าระหว่างทางมีอะไรบ้าง but I picturing myself traveling the world with my future husband.
Okay. So the same thing that you like manifesting or
Yes.
visualizing right now.
Yes, I feel like
Okay.
at that moment I'm gonna build family and traveling around the world because I love travel. And yes, that is my plan. Waking up, eating brunch, doing Pilates, and making food for like my family.
Would you still be singing and performing on stage in 10 years?
Maybe ปวดหลัง นะ I think because in 10 years I'm 30.
Okay.
My back is not good anymore. Singing can, but dancing maybe not.
Or different kind of dancing?
Exercise in the morning.
Okay.
นำเขาเต้นแอโรบิก
That you can
Popular
still be
na.
doing
Yes.
in the next 10 years, you think?
Yeah.
But not the kind of dancing that you do with 4Eve these days.
Let's see.
You break your back or your hips.
Yes, maybe
Okay.
my neck too.
All right. Okay, this is so much fun and you're doing so great.
Oh.
ให้คะแนนก่อน
ให้คะแนนเหรอคะ
9.999999.
Because I don't want to give it 10,
Okay.
but still I don't want to give it 9.
Okay.
So 9.9999999.
That's good. This is so much fun. I thank you so much, Punch, for
Oh, thank
coming to
you.
comedy and you're doing great and we're having a lot of fun and I'm sure your fans are having fun as well because even though we can see you everywhere but we don't get to see you speak English that often so this is a great opportunity and I think you did great.
And thank you so much for inviting me
Of
to
course.
this because I am your fans.
Yes.
I am your fans. I love this show so much.
And
so
we are your
thank
fan
you.
too.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Okay. So just keep following them as for Eve and I'm sure they're going to put out a lot of great work, a lot of great songs for us to enjoy for the next 10 years until they can't dance anymore because of their back. Okay,
Right.
so last question, of course. I want to know if you have any most favorite words of all time. คำนี้ดีของ Punch คือคำว่าอะไรครับ
Oh, be nice.
Be nice. That's good. Why?
โค้ดอีกแล้วเนี่ยโค้ดเยอะ
โค้
มา
ด
ก
เก่ง
โค้ดเก่งมากI heard this from The Rock.
Oh, okay.
The Rock. I love him so much. He told that it's nice to be important, but it is more important to be nice.
Wow.
Which is, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. So good.
And I hold on to this phrase for so long because it's true.
Yeah.
Because I feel like good heart always win.
Wow. I agree. Could have said better. Any Thai word that you like?
จริงๆมันก็แล้วแต่ช่วงเนาะภาษาไทยอะเนาะถ้า
ช่วงนี้ไหม
เป็น
ช่วงนี้
ช่วงนี้ก็จะแบบ
อ่า
แฟตมาก ไม่ต้องถามนะคะว่ามันแปลว่าอะไร
กำลังจะถามเลยครับ
หนูก็ไม่รู้เหมือนกันค่ะ แต่
อัป
แบบ
เดตพี่หน่อย มันคืออะไรแบบ
สมมุติ
ฟิลไหนอ่ะ
สมมติว่าเราเจอคนที่แบบว่าแต่งตัวแบบวิลดมากอะแล้วเราไม่รู้ว่าแบบเราจะชมเขายังไงดีแล้วให้มันดูแบบโอ๊ยฟิลถึง
มันยิ่งกว่าเลิศอย่างนั้นหรือเปล่า
ใช่ มันแบบแฟตมากแฟตมากคุณพี่อย่างงี้
fat
ใช่
ไม่ใช่ fat
no ไม่ใช่แฟต
มันมาจากคำว่าอะไรเต็มๆรู้ไหมครับ Do you know what it comes from?
ไม่รู้ค่ะ
ไม่
I
รู้
don't know
Okay but I'm sure it's going to be answered in the comment section because definitely they know what it comes from so น้องพันธุ์วันนี้ fat มาก
Oh thank you พี่บิ๊ก
Am I using it correctly? I hope. Okay, so thank you so much, and
Thank
please come visit us
you.
again when you have time.
Okay for sure thank you so much ค่ะ
ขอบ
พี่
คุณ
บิ๊ก
ครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะ